The Sai Baba temple in Ealing Road, Wembley is the first temple of its type in the UK. It has many devotees across the Asian community, not just Hindus. To cater for the community's needs, the temple has asked for planning permission to extend the temple's facilities to continued success. Little did they know they would not only be refused, but also be forced into closing the temple down. Let's have a deeper look.
The first ever Shirdi Sai Baba temple in the UK opened in January last year and since then has received great success and response within the Asian community. The temple has cost around £2,000 per week just to maintain. However, the council has planned to shut it down due to a planning issue with the local authority. This has caused outrage amongst devotees who have been protesting against this.
We were told by the planning officers that it already had a D1 use and therefore we would not require any planning consents. So it was quite all right for us to start running as a temple. Once we had started, the neighbors complained to the council and thereby the council came down and said that we would need planning permission. We tried to negotiate with the council, telling them that we do not need any planning permission because we had evidence from the council to say that this place had a D1 category use of this unit, and therefore D1 category is a place of worship, and therefore no planning permission would be required.
Most properties in the UK have their nature of use defined by the local authority that has jurisdiction over them. In order to run a temple, a Class D1 document is needed. Despite having evidence that the use of the temple has always been D1, the temple was forced to make an application for the change of use as they wanted to extend their facilities, and did so in good faith. The planning application was submitted, but has since been refused by the authorities. Many devotees feel disappointed with this decision.
All peoples always come and pray the Sai Babas, and Sai Baba give the power for them, and they're all happy to come here. If they close it, people will cry.
I don't know why the council is doing that, but it will affect a lot of our community by if they do close it down. And I hope they look at all these things sympathetically and don't close our temple down.
Sai Baba is not just for Hindus, he represents all religions, and the temple is like a home to many people. Also, the Brent Council said that the temple should close because it's taking up a lot of parking spaces, which in fact it isn't, because I come from all the way from Reading, and well, yeah, there's loads of parking available anyway, so I disagree on that fact, and the temple shouldn't close.
I'm a devotee, and I think it's wrong if they close down temple. Every person in this world has a right of being with their God or whatever, whoever they worship, so I think it's quite wrong if they take away the temple.
I feel very sad about this, because this is my house. This is not temple for me. This is my house. Baba is my mother and my father. I came from long distance from India to here, only because there is a Baba temple here.
I can't go to Shirdi, right, as you know. We live here, and I was so happy that at least the temple is here. We can just come. If I'm retired, so I'm home. At least I could come here every day or every Thursday. But all of a sudden we had this, and I was really disappointed.
Council town planning has given the permission for previous year. Then there is no problem, no question for the removing this temple. Whether the extension or noise or disturbance or parking problem is there, we are giving the assure to the council that we will not make a crowd and noise in this place. We are coming for the peace of mind. That's why the temple is necessary in this area is situated for the present and future.
I would say it's one of the worst decisions from council, because this is the first Shirdi Sai Baba temple in UK, and you can see how many followers are here, and they are, dying to go to Shirdi, but Baba is here, so they should support us, I would say. And this is, I'm completely disappointed with council. They should not do something like this.
We strongly believe, all of us, that people need this temple because this is only and one only multi-faith temple. Shirdi Sai Baba is followed not only by Hindus, but Muslims, Sikhs and Isais, everybody. And I think it's a nice place to create the racial harmony. I think everybody should support us.
I've got a long day when I go to school. I go to school at 6:40, come home at 5 o'clock. And when I do come back, I like to go to the Shirdi Sai Baba temple. There's like a really calm atmosphere. The people are really friendly, and I've become a member myself. And I think it's a pity that people are trying to shut the temple down, and it's not only for Hindus, but Muslims, Sikhs, Jews, etc. come to visit this temple. My auntie and uncle from Germany have come here just to visit the temple, and I think it's a great pity to shut the temple down, so I think it should stay open.
Even the local MP, Barry Gardner, is siding with the Hindu community on this matter. The Brent Labour MP attended the first Sai Baba procession in Wembley at the Shirdi Sai Baba temple and is also outraged by the council's plans. The council have rejected this application, even though out of 11 council committee members, 4 are Hindu who support the use of the temple. And it has been said that the leader of Brent Council and the planning committee member, Anne John, has been trying to influence these Hindu councillors not to vote in favour of the temple. But Anne says it's all accusations.
It's very difficult to explain how a planning committee works to members of the public. It is a quasi-judicial procedure, and people who sit on the planning committee can't be party political, and they have to stick to planning issues when deciding on it. It's not about religion, it's not about Wembley Stadium or whatever application you've got, it is about its planning merits. So the best advice I give people when they come to me with planning issues, whether it's an extension to a house or an old people's home or a home for the learning disabled, I say negotiate with the planning officers so that when you go to committee you have an approval rating next to your application and not a refusal. And that, I think, is not understood by the community that supports this temple. And I'm still saying that out there, as you heard me, I said several times. I was asked why Hindu members are prevented from attending. I have to say to you that we would never prevent members of one community from being on any committee of the council. We are a very, very multicultural borough. We have councillors from every single community, and we would not prevent them being on a committee, nor would we take them off a committee. But it just needs to be understood, and it's very hard to explain when you've got several hundred people. And I think it's been misinterpreted at times, and I just hope it ends peacefully, like we resolve things in Brent usually in a very peaceful manner, as you know, between all our communities. We live, work and play together very well here in this borough, and this will get a resolution, because these things always do.
Although the temple has withdrawn its planning application of extension, the building was formerly a British Legion social club. The council has no evidence of the building's use over the last 10 years, but no change of use application has been received. The council's view is the permission is required for the current use. An enforcement notice was served in 2010 in response to the complaints from the local residents about noise, parking and disturbance. Brent Council is still discussing the issue of use with the temple and has suggested ways to take this matter forward. Sunrise Bureau report.